Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the channel that talks about kind of self-publishing, talks about writing, talks about books, or everything to do with books, but mainly to do with kind of self-publishing. That's what it's going to be, and I want to teach you kind of what I'm learning as I go along the self-publishing route. I'm on my second round of edits for the first non-fiction book, or the first real non-fiction book I've got out, called The Belief Principle. So that's going to come out at the end of March, or possibly the end of April. So I'm on the second round of edits for that. I'm setting up the marketing plan for it, and I'll share that with you in another video. But what I've been doing, one of the important things we have to do is pick the right category for our books. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do this, and I'm going to show you a software called KadySpy. This is a brilliant piece of software, and I've been using it and playing with it. It's so good. So a couple of things I want to share with you today, and I'll kind of show you what this page is about after. So I'm going to share with you what I'm doing. I'm bringing out a brand new book, and it's a real book. I call it a real book. I've got books here, but they were just experiments back in when I first started blogging, or about a couple of years after I started blogging. I was experimenting with some things. So I wrote a book called 100 Ways to Develop Your Mind, 100 Quotes to Awaken Your Spirits, 100 of the most inspiring movies of all time, 100 ways to find ideas for your blog posts. And these are just, I've tried to take these down. I don't know why they're still here, to be honest. So I'm going to have to write to Amazon and get these taken down. So I've only got 4 books that I would say that I'm really selling. These I'm just not, they're not, nothing. I did have these 100 Ways to Boost Your Energy as well, but I wasn't really that keen on keeping it up there. So what I need to do, because I've never touched these in about 10 years, they made about £7,000 in total, and between them, mostly from 100 Ways to Develop Your Mind, but I'm now changing them. I'm going to change the covers on all of them to look very similar to the book that I'm going to be bringing out. So I've got, so that's the covers, that's the style of it, that's the book has been designed, and that's the cover, that's what the book is going to be. So I wanted to get all the other books, and because if I put this on Amazon just now, if I put it as a Kindle book, it's going to be coming out the end of March or the end of April, I've not decided yet. When that comes out, obviously what other people are going to do, or when they buy this book, they're going to look to see if I've got any other books. And if they go to this page and see these other books, I'll just go, it's not very inviting to see kind of poorly designed covers. I designed all these myself way back 8 or 9 years ago. So they're very poorly designed. So I'm going to change them. And the first one I've done is 100 Ways to Develop Your Mind. And I've gone to 99 Designs, which is a brilliant, I've used it for years, 99 Designs, for doing artwork. And I'll put a link down below for that as well. So this is a book cover. I changed 100 Ways to Develop Your Mind. And this is the one I chose. Out of about 111 designs, this is a book cover I chose, I think, and it perfectly fits well with this kind of similar-ish kind of style. So I'm going to change up all the different font colours, but the other books will be similar style to this as well. So I want to keep it in that, I love the white background, I want to keep it in that kind of style and do all the books, future books now. So that's first things first. If you've got a new book coming out, change up your covers as well, particularly if it's non-fiction as well, and particularly if you've had them on for years, because you're going to get more sales of these. I've changed all the prices for these to $2.99, so I can get the 70%, and so we'll be looking at that. I've not made sales in goodness knows how long, but I've got a couple of kind of reviews, not much at all, but it's out there, and I'm not going to take them down. I'm just going to leave them all up just now, because I think they've still got the potential to make money as well. So that's what I'm doing. The other thing I want to show you, which is just a brilliant piece of software, is KadySpy. KadySpy is fantastic just now, and I'll show you on my books. No, I won't. I'll show you on what I'm thinking about doing. So I'm doing this book that's going to be coming out at the end of April, and I'm thinking, okay, what category is this going to go in? So you want to get in the top 100, but some categories in the top 100 are just going to be way too hard to break into. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for, and I'll just show you this just now. The way to find a category that a book is in is to click on the link. We'll go to Kindle and we'll go to the categories it's in. Personal transformation, success self-help, and personal transformation self-help. I'm going to go in there, and this brings me the top 100 in that particular category. So I know I want to go in the self-help category. So if I was to just say, okay, I want to be in the self-help category, that's what I'm gunning for, that's what I'm aiming for, I then have to find out, well, how much is the top 100 books selling each to get into the top 100? And there's 2 pages in the top 100 on Amazon. If you go into Amazon, bestsellers and self-help, you'll see this top 100 page. You'll see 50, the top 50, then it goes to the second page. Ideally, you'd like to be in the top 50. And this changes all the time. This changes by the hour, literally. So what I'm going to show you is, can never be 100% accurate, but I'll give you a rough guideline. So I'm in the self-help category. I'm thinking ideally that's where I'd love to be, in the top 100 there. If I could get in top 100 for self-help, that would be amazing. But how many books is the top 100 in self-help selling? I go to KadySpy, which is an extension on your browser, and you buy it for $47. That's it. You don't need to buy any of the upsells. I've got upsells there. You just say no thanks, or you can buy the upsells if you want. But for $47, in the last couple of days, I've just played around with this so much and downloaded the information. It's amazing. So this is going to give you the top 100 books in this category of self-help. What it's going to do is going to tell you the number of pages the book has got. It's going to tell you the price. It's going to tell you the estimated monthly sales and the estimated monthly revenue plus the reviews and sales rank. So for me to get to number 1 in self-help, I'd need to sell, you can see here at the top, I'd need to sell 44,000 copies of my book. That ain't going to happen. I'm not deluded to think that is even a possibility. And I believe in myself. The book is all about beliefs, and I 100% believe I've got a good book here, but I do not 100% believe in the first month is going to sell 44,000 copies to get to number 1. So that is $250,000. So then I have to look at, okay, could I break into top 100? What's number 100 selling? The Perfect You, a Blueprint for Identity, selling 649 copies, making $1,200 a month, roughly. And that's $1.99 ebook. Could I break into that? Without a doubt. There's no doubt I could break into that. I reckon I could sell 649 copies in a month. And probably the first month, second month, possibly as well. As I said, I'm not deluded. I know my marketing skills. I know how much I reckon I could sell with the email list and kind of social media and stuff like that. But I want to find a category where I'm in the top 50. So self-help, that top tier category, ain't going to cut it. So where else could I go? So I could go to self-esteem. So we'll look at self-esteem. And this is the top 100 paid books in self-esteem. Now, how much is that category worth? So the first one, Never Chase Men Again, is selling 4,000 copies per month. So it's $4.99, it's selling 4,000 copies. Again, roughly. Could I sell 4,000 copies in 1 month? Self-published? I don't think so, if I'm being really honest. I reckon I could sell up to 1,000 in my first month, really pushing it with ads and things like that. Probably more, just a little bit more. So I'm not going to get to number 1 in that category, although I could if it really took off, word of mouth, and I got on kind of podcasts and stuff like that as well. It could really take off. But it could go up to number 1. So that's a much more achievable goal, selling 4,000 copies rather than trying to sell 44,000 copies in the top tier category of self-help. So I could go to number 1 in that category, and I can call myself a number 1 bestseller, or I could call the book this a number 1 bestseller in this category. So you want that badge from Amazon. So to get into the top 50, and that's on the first page of this, I need to sell 176 copies. I reckon I could do that quite easily in the first month. And then with advertising and pushing it because I'm planning a year-long promotion for this, then I think I'll get into the top 50 relatively easily in the self-help, self-esteem category. Same with probably personal transformation. We'll just have a quick look at that as well. I would imagine that would be more competitive. So Atomic Habits, which is a brilliant book by the way, selling 7,000 copies per month. Second one is selling 4,500 copies. So where are we selling in the top 100? If I was to break into top 50, ideally I want the top 50. So to get into top 50, I'd need to sell about 300 copies, so a little more competitive than the self-esteem one. Spiritual. This could be deemed as a spiritual book as well. And what's the competition like here? We'll just go to top 50. So Spiritual Partnership is Gary Zukav. Selling 4,000 copies to get to number 1 in spiritual. So still competitive to get into top 50. No question, I think. Probably about 100 copies I would need to sell to get into spiritual top 50 category on Kindle. So I reckon that would be relatively easy in my first few months and to stay in the top 50. So that's why it's extremely important to choose your category as well. So choose 3 categories that you're going to have for your Kindle ebook and choose it well. Right, let's have a play around with this. We want to go to Kindle ebooks. We'll go to top 100. This is KadySpy. So how much do you reckon, and this is an estimate, but how much do you reckon In an Instant has sold this month from Suzanne Redfern? This is a Kindle book. It's selling at $4.99. How much do you reckon in sales that has brought in? It'd be interesting to know if I was doing this on a live or something. But KadySpy kind of tells you, and this is quite amazing when you look at these numbers. And it's nice to dream like this as well. It's good to dream. These are for novels as well, obviously. In an Instant has sold 158,000 copies and has made roughly $789,000 in 1 month. 1 month. $789,000. Now, I wouldn't imagine, and it's not even released yet, I wouldn't imagine this is self-published. I would imagine this has been published. Lake Union Publishing. Lake Union, that's a good publisher. So you can see in the coming of age fiction, it's number 1. Women's friendship is number 1. Women's romance is number 1 as well. 326 pages, Lake Union, and it's number 1. And we'll just see, just to confirm it, we've got the book up here, and we can check on individual books on KadySpy as well. Paperback, 821,000 in Kindle, and paperback is 3,000, and it's not even out yet. I don't think it's out. I think it's out in March, is it? March the 1st. So, number 1 bestseller across the whole of Amazon, and it's made that money so far, and it's not even out yet. So I would imagine it'll make a lot of money, this book. So let's look at the top 100 again, and we'll go to a known bestseller. Dean Koontz, perfect. How much does Dean Koontz make from his books per month on Amazon? Just Amazon alone, not anywhere else, just Amazon, Kindle and paperback. So we're in Dean Koontz, and it's going to go across all his catalogue. And this is just for fun and just for dreaming as well. If you're writing novel, I'm writing a novel as well as non-fiction books as well. If I'm writing a novel as well. If I'm writing a series of novels. Okay, so Kindle books so far is making about $300,000 a month. Hardcover books, he is making about $10,000 a month, probably a wee bit more. And paperback, he's making about $26,000 a month. So roughly, maybe $310,000, $320,000 a month. And some of these books are only kind of 50 pages long, and they're making about 3/4 of his money. Yeah, so he's writing short novellas here. Or short stories. 50 pages long, is that a short story or a novella? 50 pages, that's about 15,000 words. I'd say it was kind of novella, just getting into that territory. There's a series of books as well, it's the nameless books that he's writing. So, pretty amazing. KadySpy is really pretty amazing. I've been playing with it. You can export all the information here as well. Okay, so it's really interesting to see, and I've checked out, I've got a kind of page here, I've checked out loads of kind of books and authors who have written shorter books, because I'm writing novellas for the novel. It's a series of novellas I'm doing. So I've been doing a hell of a lot of research. I've collected all these names for authors that have written under 200 pages or something. And I've got loads of kind of information on author success and stuff like that. So I've been researching a lot. So KadySpy is definitely a brilliant tool. I would not recommend it. I swear to you, I would not recommend it if I hadn't been playing with it myself and loving it. So there's a link down below. I do get an affiliate commission if you buy it, but $47, I think it is well worth the price. Just to even find your category, just for that alone, is well worth the price. So that's it for now. On another video, I'm going to be talking about my plans for when I publish this book, The Belief Principle. Am I just going to be making sales of that? No. This is a business I'm doing. I've got that business entrepreneur head on from the very start, because I'm an entrepreneur anyway. That's what I do. And I have been an entrepreneur for the last, coming up for, I think it was 2012, I gave up work full time and started doing this. I was social media first, then I teach cryptocurrency as well. I've got making money from doing that, and teaching social media, personal development. I've got a blog that I've had. So from the get-go, I'm treating books as a business as well, but something I love to do. And this year I will be a full-time writer, and it starts with this book. But I've got a year-long promotion campaign planned for this as well. I go on podcasts, I'll be doing social media, I'll be doing live shows, I'll be doing YouTube like this as well. So I'm not just expecting money from the sales of this book. I'm expecting money from speaking gigs. I'm expecting money from sales, upsells from this book of a product that I've got as well that's directly related and linked to this book as well. There might be consultations. There'll be other books coming out I've got planned in this series. So it's a series of non-fiction books that I could write with other people as well, but I've got plans to do it myself because I've got kind of big plans for it. So if you're writing a non-fiction book just now, treat it as a business from the get-go. Now, I know you might not listen to me thinking, well, he's not got very many subscribers or likes on his videos, but trust me, I've been in business a long time as an entrepreneur and working for myself. You have to treat everything you do as a business. But if you found what you love to do, and I love kind of writing, I love personal development, if you found that, then it is going to be even better for your business as well, because you found something you love to do and you're making money from it as well. And this is how I view writing. This is how I view the blog. This is how I view teaching about cryptocurrency, teaching about personal development, coaching about social media. I view all of that. I love it. Totally love it. But my long-term plan for years and years and years was to be a writer. And now this is the year that I'm going to start that plan. I'm 50 years old just now, and I'm going to be a full-time writer, and I'll be making a full-time income from my writing as well. Or from my books, not from just my writing. So I just wanted to leave you on that note. Okay, if you have any questions, if you want me to cover anything, if you want me to talk about business or the kind of book, writing books, just let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And let me know what you think about KadySpy when you buy it. It's brilliant. I love it. It's a brilliant tool. I think you'll love it as well. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.